Okay. I know what you're all thinking. How does she get so beautiful? This shirt, if there was ever a shirt to describe me, it was probably this one. It says nope on it. It's just like, nope. There's a lot of color happening here. Ah. What up, homies? Welcome to another video. I was never a cheerleader, and there's probably reasons why. This video is going to be a story time video, which is essentially where I tell you a story, because I feel like I've got a lot of good ones. Some may say I have the best. Mostly me would say that. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of weird things happen to me, but this story is one of my favorites to tell because it is hilarious, but it was also terrifying. Alright, pan in, screenshot, get this picture in your head. I'm sitting in class because I go to school a lot, 4 days a week.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I'm sitting in class. It is a world literature class, and we're talking about the Epic of Gilgamesh, which for those of you that don't know is a really old, it's like what some would consider the first story. It snowed that day, so it was really cold. I had my jacket on, but inside the classrooms they keep the heaters really hot. Just like, it's so hot in those rooms, it's ridiculous. So I always take off my jacket or my sweater or whatever, and I always hang it on the back of my seat. So I do the same thing. I sit in the very back of class because I'm not that person that sits up front and speaks. I just kind of sit there and absorb everything. So I'm sitting in the back of class, like back row. I have my jacket hanging off the back of my seat, and the heater is against the entirety of the wall. It's like one long heater. And I like it because it also means I have the warmest spots for when they turn, like, when it's cold. I have the warmest spot because I'm by the heater. I was sitting there, I had my jacket on the back of my seat, and we're just talking about Gilgamesh and the various things of his story and all kinds of things that you would talk about in a classroom setting. And all of a sudden, my teacher does this. Oh God, Marina, oh God! And panic arises in my body because I don't know what's happening. I have no idea. I don't feel anything physically wrong. In that moment, I didn't understand why she was yelling at me because I was doing nothing. I was participating in the conversation along with everybody else, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, my teacher is yelling at me, and I have never been yelled at in a classroom setting, and I just didn't really know what to do. So I immediately just like start looking around because I don't know, like, is something wrong with my person? Like, what's happening to me? Look behind me, and I kid you not, my jacket is on fire. This girl is on fire! And I'm not talking about, like, smoking. My jacket is on fire. Fire! This girl is on fire! Tom Hanks in Castaway just made fire on my jacket. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm terrified, and I'm also thinking in my head, like, really? Your jacket's on fire. So the guy that's sitting next to me grabs my jacket off of the back of my seat and starts like stomping on it, and I was like helping him stomp on it. I just sat there in shock for like a good 30 minutes. For the rest of the class, my teacher was kind of like, didn't really know how to continue with class because like, I just spit all over myself. Because how do you really continue with something like that after something like that happens? I'm assuming, I don't know how my jacket caught on fire. What I am assuming happened, I'm a girl, we do wear perfume, and I had sprayed myself with perfume prior to like going to school, and it was definitely on my jacket. So I have a feeling that being so close to the heater and the fact that perfume is made of alcohol, which is a flammable item, I have a feeling that just like the heat plus the alcohol led to fire happening in my jacket, on my jacket. right there behind me. So at the end of class, I collected my things and I threw out my jacket because like I couldn't wear it. The sleeve was like burnt. I couldn't wear it. I thought about keeping it just to be able to like show it and say like, yeah, look what happened to my jacket. But at the same time, I was just kind of like, I never want to remember that this happened to me ever again. This girl is on fire! Lucky for me, that teacher is also my advisor and loves me and is very cool, and she wasn't like pissed that my jacket and the fact that it was on fire completely interrupted the class and like it was a giant distraction. I'm also very lucky that it did not set off the fire alarm in the school, because I cannot imagine like the entire building having to run out because my jacket caught fire and like the sprinklers coming down. I can't imagine that. Plus I'm pretty sure you have to pay a fine if that does happen to you. So I'm just thoroughly thankful that that did not happen. That was my story for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I have other stories. I wanted to start off with like a not too intense one, but also, I mean, my jacket caught on fire, so it's pretty intense. But I've got plenty of other stories to tell. They are really funny. I think they're really funny. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I have a couple videos planned at the end of the month that are going to include my friend Jessica, and they're going to be very fun, and we've got a lot of good times planned, so watch out for those. Subscribe so that they come up in your subscription box. Also, if you would like, I will link my Instagram and Twitter and things like that so you can follow me. Snapchat, I'm a big fan of Snapchat recently. I don't understand it fully, but follow my Snapchat. So there's that. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, homies!